And for those of you that's just now joining me, or if you happen to show up, even though I'm piping out to my Facebook group, my Facebook page, or actually just my personal Facebook is what it's going to. I didn't really have the option, or I didn't see the option to go to one of my pages. I was kind of hoping that it would have a page option, but I did not see it. So I'm going to go ahead and log in over here on Facebook just to see if how this is showing up. And like I said, I was hoping to be on an actual page, but it's just on my personal profile. And I'm not sure if that's me that's on there or someone else. I do see that somebody else is on our Thrive Hive on YouTube. So, folks, just so you know, I am just experimenting here. I'm in a Zoom and I am just testing out the live streaming with Zoom. So, if you happen to join us, send us a chat. Just let us know who you are and where you're calling in from. And just understand we're just experimenting. Old Country is just practicing here. And so, real quick, like I said, I was hoping that this was going to let me go into one of my pages, but for some reason, it's only on the actual personal profile on Facebook. So, if whoever's over here, if you'll just give me a quick heads up on where you chiming in from, let me know who you are, and I could be able to see how it shows up on the chat inside of the Zoom. But I am I'm just doing a little experiment. So with that being said, if anybody's out there that is seeing this and wants to chime in, just give me a quick heads up, thumbs up, let me know who you are. And I'm going to go ahead and experiment just a little bit longer. This won't be very long. I'm just seeing how this is working out. And quite honestly, I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to be looking at it from over here on Facebook. I can monitor it on YouTube, but I'm not really seeing the option to monitor it over here on Facebook. So I do see that it says it's live, which is interesting. There it is. So sure enough, I'm seeing it now. And so anybody else that's over here, I'm going to do a test chat from over there so that I can see how that shows up here in the Zoom. Again, folks, as I said, writing is disabled in all chat modes. Why is that? No chat messages. Okay, that doesn't make good sense. So again, we're just learning. Need to find out exactly how this is going. All right, so writing is disabled in all chat mode. So over here, coming soon. All right, so it's evidently Facebook chats are currently unavailable. So YouTube, again, folks, we're experimenting. So if you're on Facebook and you tried to put in a chat, that's not going to work. However, YouTube, it does work. And so you can always type in from YouTube, but it's not available on Facebook. So, like I said, Old Country is just sitting here trying to experiment a little bit. I'm going to do a quick screen share. And so as you can see, I just wanted to see how this works out. You can see all the stuff that I have. I'm inside my Go High Level account and just experimenting, wanted to see how that shows up. I do see that over on Facebook Live, it is automatically pulling up closed captioning. And so it's actually keeping up with Old Country's country accent. If you happen to be chiming in and not familiar or don't know what's going on, I'm just doing a quick experiment, and I'm going to be doing some classes in the very near future. We're going live with our community, our Thrive Hive, and I'll be doing a lot of classes on Zoom. And I was just testing out the possibility of streaming live both on YouTube and Facebook while we're doing these Zoom trainings. Of course, the ideal situation is I need to get a few people into the Zooms and see exactly how it works with multiple people in here. And so another example is I'll be teaching things such as Notebook LM, other AI programs, different things such as that. So I was just curious as to how well the screen sharing shows up. It should be pretty decent. I've got a 4K monitor and I'm piping in from Zoom, and Zoom usually does pretty good. It's usually got some pretty high quality as far as being able to read. And so hopefully you'll be able to see just fine. And we'll just have to keep experimenting. But as I was showing earlier in another test, is I'll be teaching how I'm using Notebook LM, how we use ChatGPT, several other programs. Notion has become my second brain, and I absolutely love it. I've got, I'll pull up here and show you. uh, Notion is actually over here. So let me grab that. Grab that whole window right there. And I'm surprised that we're able to pipe out as much as we are, because I do have a lot, and I do mean a lot of windows and a lot of tabs open. But as you can see, here is my Notion, and I have Jason's daily office. Ask me if I use it the way I should. No. I've got the master command center, and so I'm narrowing this down. I've got personal, business. So if we go into personal, I've got a gallery view, my veterans info, my friends, study, family, health, leisure, church. Go over to business, and of course it's got the main projects. It's got several of the things that I've had opened here lately. But if you go into Jason's projects, now this is where it's all at as far as our family enterprises, Italy, high level, Rolodex, Fuse, all the different projects and programs that I've been working on. And there's a lot in here, folks. And so, I love Notion. I'm getting better at it. I've got my ADHD toolbox that I'll be working on. I've got all kinds of project launch programs, focus now, to be sorted, meeting notes. I love the fact that you can come into meeting notes, and if you set up a new meeting note, you can come in and start transcribing, and literally as fast as you can talk, you will see the entire transcript. And so the transcript will take place just as fast as you're talking. As you can see, while I'm talking, this thing is writing. I have to stop for just a second to let it catch up, because it's also using smart technology. Is while I'm talking extremely fast, it will even go through and decide exactly what was a sentence, what do we punctuate with. So as an example, I can say, what do you think is the best way to transcribe audio? And as you can see, it put the question mark there. So when you're done, of course, this is a very short experiment, but when you're done with this, you can push stop, and it will automatically start thinking, and it will summarize whatever the transcript was. Now, obviously, that was a very short one, so it's not going to have a whole lot to do, but features demonstrated real-time transcription that keeps pace with natural speech, smart technology that identifies sentence structures and adds appropriate punctuation, automatic addition of question marks at the end of questions, brief pause may be needed to allow the transcription to catch up with very fast speech, context. This was described as a short experiment to showcase the transcription tools capabilities, and the demonstration showed how the system works in real time with the transcript appearing as the speaker talks. Folks, the technology that we have available to us nowadays is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And so that is some of the stuff that we're going to be teaching here on the channel. And we'll be teaching it inside of Zoom calls and different things. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and call this a functioning test. We're going to go ahead and call it a success. And we will end this live stream now, both on YouTube and Facebook. So folks, I appreciate it. If you must have chimed in for a moment, again, bear with us. We're just doing some experiments and we've had a blast. So have a good one.